What's up? Today we're on a report for Ivins storage facility, quarter two, the good, the bad, and the future. First, the good. Revenue is going up. We have great new tenants. We have business tenants. Our U-Haul revenue is way up, and it's looking like it's not going to slow down anytime soon. And we have the parking lot coming in next door that's going to bring some serious revenue as well.
Yeah, I think those are all huge value adds. We're really excited about that. A big win is that we did fill the warehouse. I mean, most of you guys know that. Jay Montgomery is a RV mechanic, and he's been paying for rent. He's at $27.50 a month with a month-to-month contract, knowing that he's going to get price increases coming soon. Oh, he also pays utilities, which is nice. So, yeah, definitely good to have that revenue coming in from there.
Yeah, between normal occupancy going up, business tenants, and the U-Haul, it's finally like a little bit of breathing room. We're still gonna talk about the property tax bill, but other than that, we're catching up to where we hope to be trending. Another thing that's really exciting is the developments. Like this area is booming to the south, to the west. We have Black Desert coming in. All of this is good for business, and it's something really exciting.
Yeah, massive development just south of our property. It's been in the works for years to get this property, and they got trucks every day. Things are looking good. And also on the west side of our property, there's another housing development going there. Just a couple doors down, they announced in the city of Santa Clara, this is by Goober Park, huge residential development going. I mean, Ivins is definitely blowing up, and we're going to be beneficiaries of that for sure.
Okay, lots of good.
Yep, that wraps up the good.
Okay, the bad. Our tenant in our warehouse, well, he's a nice enough guy. He's not up to what we want, right? So he's paying us something. It's a good Band-Aid, but we're actively seeking a new tenant in the meantime, and still struggling with is it right to do a full-on renovation and build some smaller units in that facility?
Yeah, just so you guys know, in order to get the price that we want with that warehouse, which would be closer to $5,000 a month, we would have to just put in a little bit of capex. It's we've had it on the market for a long time. We've had Keller Williams did list it as well, and the feedback we've received from the market is unless we fix that bathroom and maybe a couple other cosmetic things, then we won't be able to get that market rate of around $1 square foot that we want. But if we did, then we could. That is around, it's like a $10,000 fix. But for now, Jay's, he's giving us a little bit, which is good. The next big thing, this is probably the worst thing about, the worst news that we have is that we are still on track to needing a capital call for property taxes in November. Our property tax liability is going to be close to $24,000. And so stay tuned on that, but I think that's definitely going to be a reality.
Yep, something to be aware of for sure. So along the same lines, like we don't have as many small units as we would like. So in this market cycle, people are only willing to pay a certain percentage of their income, right? So a lot of times those people who would splurge and get a 20-foot or a 30-foot unit, they only want a 10, right? Because they're still on a budget and they only have 2% of their discretionary income they want to spend on storage in this type of market cycle. So we're battling with not having the exact unit that people want now, but in a boom market we have the right size unit.
For sure. So things are definitely slower today than they were during COVID. There's no doubt about that. Occupancies have been softening, rates have been softening in town, but we're still very confident with the future. There's a lot of really great things happening in the future. And most of this is kind of coming back to normal. So, being 100% occupied in an entire county is not really normal. And so even though we have been decreasing a little bit in occupancies in basically all of Washington County, we're still confident with the future.
Yep. Okay, the future. I have to talk a little bit about this marketing campaign. We've all been brainstorming on it, but Callan especially has taken a lot of his energy and time to creating videos, creating postcards to go to Entrada and Kayenta and these neighboring towns or these neighboring neighborhoods just to get, people in, and it's been working. And it's looking like it's going to work a lot better with the digital efforts you've been putting in.
Yeah, so the way we're adapting and the way we're trying to, the problem we're trying to solve is that we have a ton of large units. And like, Ben mentioned in the bad, it's in like today's market where people want like a smaller price per month. It's hard to do that with a large unit. When you have a 300 square foot unit and we want to get $1 a square foot, that's $300 a month. A lot of people aren't willing to do that. But who we are targeting and what we have found is we have several customers from Kayenta, from Entrada, that are bringing their spare vehicles to our facility in Ivins to park in them. And one huge advantage we have, which is actually really great, is that our entire facility, every single one of our doors are wide doors. You have doors that you can fit a vehicle into. It's a huge advantage because storage facilities aren't doing that anymore. People are building smaller, their units are smaller, their doors are smaller, so you can't really fit vehicles into it. We are going to jump on this opportunity full speed, and we're running a campaign right now, a paid campaign we're advertising a paid campaign to get people targeting Kayenta and Entrada to get them to park their cars in our storage facility. Last thing I just say is the HOAs in these facilities, like Kayenta, for example, they are not allowed to park a car in their driveway like after 8 p.m. So if you have, a sports car and a truck, they're parking it here in Ivins, and we want to capture even more customers. And the same is also true for Entrada.
Yep, it's exciting. We might have mentioned our software that we're making an aggressive push to automate and create dynamic pricing. So what we're gonna have people see on our website and when they walk in even too is very, very low street rate. Basically, they're gonna come in. Our cost of a customer is that discount on getting them in the unit. But once all their stuff's in there, they're gonna have an automatic 3 month and 9 month, and then every 6 months after that, they're gonna get a rent increase. So our mission is to have the lowest street rates, but the highest in-place rates and the highest revenue. That's what our new software and business plan is going to execute.
Really excited about that. Another great thing that we're going to be adding soon with our new software integration is going to be insurance or tenant protection revenue. So we're going to start onboarding our existing customers, and all of our new customers will be required to carry insurance on their storage unit. This will make a difference. We'll be able to add that revenue to the mix.
Yeah, it's a big deal. The insurance is something that we've kind of been debating which group we're going to go with, but now we're chosen and we're on a path. We're ready to go.
For sure.
We're gonna have that parking lot full. It's looking really nice. It's right now it's the future. That's our next big bump, our next revenue stream you're gonna love. We're also looking to add more U-Haul trucks to the lot so that we can have even more revenue come off of that. That's been a real high point for us.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, Jay, who's in our warehouse, he's aware that we want to get, more for the unit that he's in. And so our next big play is putting that, getting that back on the market so that we can have a replacement tenant coming soon.
Future is bright.